y'all. I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows. We live every Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Live every Sunday morning with the singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping. Let's get into today's video. And today, both Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are popping their shit at Gervonta Tank Davis. And they both said they got a better resume than Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said. Let's break it down, though, and see if there's any credence to that, bro. And let's be real and let's be objective. Let's start with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is crazy. He out of his mind, bro. He out of his mind. The only one that we gonna really talk about is Devin Haney, but Ryan Garcia is out of his mind in stating that he got a better resume than Gervonta Tank Davis. Number one, Ryan Garcia, he ain't never been champion before, bro. Number two, who's the best fighter on his resume? You got to go Luke Campbell or Javier Fortuna. Luke Campbell and Javier Fortuna have never been considered to be on the level of multiple division champions such as like Leo Santa Cruz. They've never been on the level of a Jose Pedraza. Definitely not Luke Campbell. I mean, to go box, tag a toe, to go. Who Ryan Garcia fight like? So that's just all cap. Ryan Garcia's only belt has been the interim championship. He ain't fought near the level of competition as Gervonta Tank Davis, and that conversation's not close. Ryan is all cap. But what's interesting, because a lot of people agree with this take, they agree that Devin Haney has a better resume than Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I would agree in terms of his accolades, because he is the youngest undisputed champion in boxing. Shout out to Devin Haney for that accomplishment. I agree with that, 100%. If you just talking about accolades, you would have to say Devin Haney has the better resume between himself and Gervonta Tank Davis. Because although he's only been in one weight class, Devin Haney is undisputed and he got every belt of consequence at lightweight. Tank Davis has fought in more weight classes. Tank Davis has picked up a secondary belt here, secondary belt there. His true primary championships have been the IBF at 130 when he beat Jose Pedraza, and then the Super WBA at 130 when he beat Leo Santa Cruz. Other than that, every belt he's got has been like a secondary belt. All right? But then you talk about resume. The other part of your resume is who did you actually beat? You got your accomplishments, your accolades, what you accomplished, the belts you won, the status that you got, and then you got who you actually beat. And I'm here to say that in my opinion, and I don't think it's close, I think Gervonta Davis has fought way better fighters than Devin Haney has fought. So Devin Haney's biggest wins have been recently because he's been stepping up. You got Linares, Gamboa, Jojo Diaz, George Kambosos. That's his best four, in my opinion. If you think it's somebody else, put them in the comments. But for me, those are the best names, best fighters on his resume. Yuriorkis Gamboa and Devin Haney. Well, that's a common opponent. Tank Davis beat Yuriorkis Gamboa in a much more convincing fashion. Now, people will tell you that Yuriorkis Gamboa did this to his Achilles, did that to his Achilles in the Tank Davis fight, yada, yada, yada. Where the paperwork at? That's what they'll tell you. All I know is Tank Davis dropped his ass multiple times, beat him up, and stopped him in the 12th round. In a fight that people said he looked bad against. I bet you every fighter in boxing would love to look as bad as Tank Davis in that fight. If you could look so bad to drop somebody 4 times and stop him in the 12th round, I'm sure every fighter will be willing to trade whatever they doing in for that right now. Devin Haney won all the rounds against Gamboa, but it was a clinch fest. He couldn't really turn up on Gamboa. All I know is Gamboa tried to hold Devin Haney. He was able to hold on to him successfully and make it an ugly, nasty, boring fight to watch. He tried to hold Tank Davis. He got his ass put on the canvas multiple times. So that's one common opponent. I feel like Tank Davis beat him even better. Now, Jorge Leon was a multiple division champion when Devin Haney fought him. People give him a lot of credit for that win. But what they forget to mention is that Jorge Leon was a small fighter coming up in weight. 135, 140, that's not really his weight. He's small for those weights. He was making lower weight classes well before coming up to that weight. But Devin Haney looked good in that fight. But are we going to put Jorge Leon, who at the time that Devin Haney fought him, was like 34, 35, 36 years old. He was in his mid-30s. He had already been knocked out multiple times in his career. I mean, bro, like, these is facts. Who you fight and when you fight them matters when you're talking about comparing resumes. Now let's look at the multiple division champion Leo Santa Cruz and compare him to Jorge Leon. When Tank Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz had never been knocked out. When Tank Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz had beat everyone he had been in the ring with because he had one loss, but he had come back and avenged that loss. So you got Linares, who had been put down and stopped multiple times in his career, who was not a champion when Devin Haney fought him, versus a guy like Leo Santa Cruz, who had never been knocked out in his career and who was a champion and had beating everyone he'd been in the ring with when Tank Davis fought him. So who was the better fighter when they fought? Leo Santa Cruz when he fought Tank Davis, or Jorge Leon when he fought Devin Haney? I'm just saying, again, who you fight matters, bro. Jojo Diaz, featherweight, coming up to fight Devin Haney at lightweight, fought Devin Haney in his second fight. Now, Jojo Diaz had only lost to Gary Russell Jr. down at featherweight. But he was coming up 2 weight classes. And he'd never been known to have power. He got pretty good boxing skills, but he ain't never been a world beater. He was never looked at as the best fighter in any weight class he ever been in, bro. He's a good opponent. But when we compare Jojo Diaz to somebody like Mario Barrios, who Tank moved up to fight a big 140-pounder. Jojo Diaz and Mario Barrios, if they fought at 135, or if you just look at both of them, bro, they about on the same level, dog. Mario Barrios has lost to Tank Davis and Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman couldn't even stop Mario Barrios, but Tank Davis did. So again, like, these resumes like this, Devin Haney's resume is so much better because he got undisputed. That's cool, bro. Give him that credit. Give him those props. But who you fight and when you fight them matters. Then you got Kambosos. Split decision over Lee Silva. Split decision over old inactive Mickey Bay. Caught Teofimo, beat his ass. Shout out to him. But he beat a Teofimo that wasn't focused. He beat a Teofimo that, had a bad night and still was able to put him down. And Kambosos won that by split decision. But Teofimo almost knocked him out in that fight. When you compare Kambosos to Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who's stopping everything, who destroyed Magdaleno, former world champion, in 1 round, absolutely destroyed Yuriorkis Gamboa, worse than both Tank Davis and Devin Haney. Just destroyed Eduardo Ramirez. Just been destroying shit, walking through shit. Probably the best pressure fighter at 135 pounds. You got him and you probably got William Zepeda. I favor Isaac Pitbull Cruz because of how relentless he is. I think he's a much harder puncher, and I think his defense is tighter than that of William Zepeda's. But probably the best pressure fighter at 135 pounds. And at the very least, Kambosos and Isak Pitbull Cruz, you gotta say that they on the same level, bro. You have to. And I'd favor Isak Pitbull Cruz to beat up Kambosos. I really would. So, do I agree or disagree with Devin Haney having a better resume than Gervonta? And I ain't even talked about Pedraza. What's the comparison for Pedraza? Because Jojo Diaz, you can compare to Barrios. Kambosos, you can compare to Isak Pitbull Cruz. They both fought Gamboa. Linares, you can compare to Leo Santa Cruz. But who does Devin Haney have on his resume for you to compare to Jose Pedraza? So, accomplishments, accolades, Devin Haney has a better resume than Gervonta Tank Davis. The fighters of who they actually fought and when they actually fought them, I think Tank Davis has the advantage. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we up out of here. Peace out.